What's up, guys? What's up, guys? That's how I'm gonna say hello. What's up, guys? Today I am gonna make a video inspired by my mother. See, I get a little stage fright. So, kind of just depends where you're at in your day, but I think a pretty great way to start is just swing the hips back and forth a little bit. You don't want to move your legs. Legs should be stationary. Arms should be loose. And a lot of times in the morning this feels really nice. Wake up the back. If you have the mobility to take your fists, bring them to your upper back and push into it a little bit. That feels kind of nice. And maybe we do some shoulder circles. Switch the directions. Really throw them. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take our wrists, rotate them. And let's touch our toes. So I don't want you to round your back, but try to keep the back kind of arched a little bit. And as you lean forward, hopefully a sheet is not running into you. Wherever you stop forward folding, relax your neck. Just hang for a minute. Shift some of the weight into your toes. Maybe make a little cradle with your arms. Let's stay here for 20 breaths. Rock side to side. Maybe bend your knees a little bit. Feeling tight. Couple more inhales. Exhales. I'm going to do something crazy here. Normally you would stand up in this posture, but let's sit down. I'll try that again for you. And from here, we can sit on our butt. Soft bend in the knees. Some of those yoga terms are kind of funny, soft bend in the knees, but they do make sense. You listen, so keep your back arched, and that will ultimately keep your back in a straight posture. If you're more prone to doing this, straight back. And for just 1 second, let's focus on our breathing. Inhale through the nose, exhale through your mouth. Inhale, and then when you exhale, start to fold forward. For some of you, it might be here. If this is where it is, start to hinge your hips and let your upper body come down. Maybe grab the ankles, pull yourself down a bit. Not too forcefully, but with a bit of force. Bend your elbows outward. And then for me, this is a nice move. And straddle your legs as far as you can. Sometimes this feels nice when you move your buttocks backwards a little bit. Sit up tall. Take your hands out front and walk as far as your body will allow you. Some of you may be able to even lay all the way down. I am not one of those people. But I can put my elbows down. Walk your fingertips into you, helping you sit up more. Take one of your legs and bring them in. Your feet touch the inside of your leg. And sometimes you kind of feel like your torso is more out. So what you want to do is physically move your upper body more towards that foot. And then once your torso is in a square alignment with your foot, take a deep inhale, and then exhale, walk your hands down. You should feel this in your lower back, in the hamstring. For me, it's a little more in the lower back for me. Some of you might have a different experience, and that's okay. So instead of pointing the elbows down, which is totally okay, try to point them out. See if that's helpful. Push yourself back up. You roll the shoulders back a few times. Turn your body physically with your arms towards your foot, and then concave your stomach. That's helpful for a lot of these poses. So you take your stomach, you and focus on the breathing in this moment. I know you're watching a video, but try to relax into the pose. Forget about me for a few moments here and breathe. Complete inhale. Exhale. You want to try to touch your forehead to your toe? It's up to you. How do you feel that day? So let's find ourselves into a tabletop position, as it is sometimes called. And you want to put some of the weight into your wrists if your scapula is elevated. So we don't want this. You don't want to be sinking into your palms. You want to push out, make this nice arch with your scapula. It promotes muscle growth in that area. And try to remember that throughout your whole practice. Strong scapula. So, we'll come up for a second. And then we'll go back into that pose. Strong scapula. And lean into your wrists. You don't want your elbows flailed outward, you want them pointed toward you. Lean into your wrist a good 10 times. 3, 4, 5. Keep your scapula elevated. 6, 7, 8. You notice your neck crunching. 9. Stop doing that. 10. And then roll the wrists out. Turn your fingers outward. This is really great if you do anything with your hands. You're dealing with any kind of tendonitis. Stretching that muscle, that tendon, will help that. And if you have the capability, turn your fingers toward you. Small ballistic motions here. And let's take the weight off of our wrists. Sit for a moment and breathe. And then put your hands on the ground. Some of you can stay on your knees, and some of you can take one foot back, other foot back, like you're in a push-up position, and then downward facing dog. After a few deep breaths, you can bring yourself back down to your knees and then start to make your way into this posture here. So again, with the scapula, you don't want to be sinking into your scapula. You want to be pushed up and out. Look up at the ceiling, up at the ceiling. 3, up at the ceiling. 2, up at the ceiling. 1, up at the ceiling. Squeeze your glutes. And child pose. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, and I post my Instagram links in the bio. I'm not the best at the social media thing, but hey, I'm trying.